Hello everyone, this is methlokaiju back with another Godzilla vs. Kong information video. And I'm back on YouTube now, thankfully. That's pretty nice. If you care about this channel at all. And the reason is because I no longer have the personal reasons which I talked about in my previous video. I no longer have those and it's no longer weighing me down, so I will be uploading more frequently, thankfully. So that's pretty good information. And today I will be going over some Godzilla vs. Kong information. Now this information comes from IMDB and it is two new brief summaries for the movie. Now these summaries are kind of old information. I actually wrote this down, let's see, June 5th, 2020. So yeah, like 3 days old or something. But there's a lot of people who haven't covered this and there's a lot of people who just don't know about this information whatsoever. So I thought it was good enough to make a video on. If you want to see the summaries for yourself, go to the description and you'll see a link to the two summaries that I'll be mentioning, which again come from IMDB, which is a pretty reliable source. Overall, pretty reliable. So let us begin with these summaries. And if you're wondering, oh, is there a lot of spoilers here? No, there really isn't whatsoever. It does hint as to how and why Godzilla vs. Kong meet up in the first place, but it doesn't really go into much detail whatsoever. And it's kind of obvious if you've seen the end credits. You can kind of make the assumption this was going to be the case anyway, so not really too big spoilers, but it's still very, very interesting either way, because even if you have seen the leaks for Godzilla vs. Kong, the leaks make no mention as to why Godzilla and Kong meet up in the first place. So this kind of answers it, quote unquote, answers it a little bit, so that is pretty awesome. So let us begin with these two summaries. So the very first one, no information whatsoever, but let's read it anyways. It says, as the gigantic Kong meets the unstoppable Godzilla, the world watches to see which one of them will become king of the monsters. And that's it. There, the end. That's the first one. I know. Pretty lame, I guess. Nothing much to see here, but I guess it's kind of interesting how they refer to the battle as deciding who the king of the monsters is, despite Godzilla literally gaining that title in the previous installment. So, interesting, I guess. Maybe if Kong wins, then he becomes King Kong. I mean, I think that would be kind of cool, but I'm not sure there's any legal reasons as to why they cannot call him King Kong. I've seen a lot of people say that, but I don't know. I just don't know if that's actually true or not between like Universal and Legendary and all that crap. Not sure that's true or not. If it is, then I guess they can't, but if it isn't, then maybe in Godzilla vs. Kong, he's crowned King Kong. I think that's pretty possible. Although I don't really think Kong is going to win, to be honest. Anyhow, the very second summary is where the good stuff is at. Okay, let's read it. It's pretty long, so here we go. It reads, quote unquote, in a new world where man and monster now coexist, Monarch must lead the way to a prosperous future alongside the Titans, keeping humanity in check. However, rival factions that want to manipulate the Titans for war begin to rise under the guise of a nefarious conspiracy threatening to wipe out all life on the planet. Meanwhile, on Skull Island, strange seismic activity draws the attention of Godzilla and Kong alike. So there's loads of new tidbits here, lots of stuff to go over. So first thing, basically Titans are keeping humanity in check, which I guess just means preventing them from harming the environment, I guess. If so, that is basically what was told to us in the end credits for King of the Monsters, so no big surprise there. We also have a mention of rival factions. So does this mean like Apex or the terrorists from King of the Monsters or both? What does this exactly mean? We don't really know. We also don't know if Apex is even like a branch of Monarch or maybe like a completely separate entity. Maybe it's a government entity. We have no idea whatsoever. These factions, whoever they may want to be, want to use the Titans for war. So that's very Jurassic World-esque. And in fact, I think I made this sort of prediction a while back, so that's kind of interesting. So I guess we're going to go with the whole war aspect. Pretty cool, I guess. I'm not sure if we're ever going to see that in a movie sometime in the future. Like, if the Monsterverse continues, maybe we see, I don't know, government factions actually able to control these kaiju, and there's like wars with these kaiju. I think that'd be kind of cool. I think that'd be pretty cool. And finally, most intriguing of all, we have the mention of the seismic activity. It says it draws the attention of not just the Titans from the end credits, but Godzilla and Kong. So I think this tells us how and why Godzilla encounters Kong, because there's this seismic activity that leads both of them to go at the same location at the same time. Then they meet up, and then for some reason, they duke it out and just battle it out. Why did they do that exactly? I'm not exactly sure. Maybe Kong is just being territorial and he's like, get off my turf. And Godzilla's like, no, I'm trying to check what this thing is. And then Kong gets upset and then fights him. Okay, I hope there's like another reason why they fight, but I guess that's possible. Now, Kong doesn't also seem to know what this activity is, so that's kind of interesting. I mean, literally, he's the king of his own island, and he doesn't know what the seismic activity is. Kind of interesting. So, is this the world serpent that was predicted by all these leaks? No, probably not, okay? I mean, I'm pretty sure the world serpent is completely BS. I mean, if it turns out to be true, then please comment below, like, wow, you're such an idiot. The world serpent's actually true. This video is so funny. Please comment down below. If it's true. If it's true. But anyways, yeah, I don't think it's a world serpent or even a hybrid Charles Dance is making. I think this is probably Mechagodzilla. I mean, we've seen hints of Mechagodzilla throughout. I mean, it's basically a fact that Mechagodzilla is going to be in the movie. Is it even spoilers? I mean, literally, it's everywhere. It's pretty much... I know there's a lot of people out there saying, oh, it's just some toy or whatever. I mean, really, they're going to make a toy for something that's not going to even appear in the movie? And I don't mean just one singular toy, like the Mechagodzilla. I mean, like, multiple toys of the same exact thing, and they're not gonna show it in the movie. That doesn't really make any sense. But anyways, yeah, I think this is probably Mechagodzilla. I'm not exactly sure what exactly is making the seismic, like how Mechagodzilla is making the seismic activity. Maybe they're constructing Mechagodzilla under there, and that's attracting them, or maybe Mechagodzilla's activating something like some Orca call, making all the Titans, you know, diverge there, or sorry, converge to Skull Island. And then that allows Godzilla and Kong to meet up and then fight each other maybe. Or maybe Mechagodzilla is trying to pretend to be Godzilla and destroy parts of the Hollow Earth. So that maybe the Skullcrawlers can come out, attack Kong. And then once Kong kills them, Kong is like, okay, who destroyed the Hollow Earth? And then he realizes, oh, it's this Godzilla looking creature. And then Godzilla comes by and then he fights Godzilla. I don't know, there's a lot of different, lots of different, things that can go on, so I really cannot wait for November. That's a tentative release date right now. It could very well change, okay, because the coronavirus, COVID-19, SARS-CoV-2, whatever you want to call it, it could return for the fall. So for now, it's still November, but we'll see what the case, you know, how things transpire or whatever. So yeah, lots of interesting things this stuff could be, and also who even are the handlers of Mecha G? Like, is it Monarch? Is it Apex? Is it the Charles Dance terrorist organization? We have lots of questions, obviously. Like, not even the leaks answer this. Okay, I'm just saying. So, that is all for this video. I know a lot of interesting stuff. I just posed a ton of questions for you, so you might be a little bit overwhelmed. But these are all the questions I think most of us G fans have. So, lots of cool questions. Hopefully, we get a trailer soon. I heard the movie is complete. According to IMDB, it's completed. I believe there's also a rating system or whatever. A rating for Godzilla vs. Kong. Obviously, it's PG-13. Which obviously hints the movie being completed. So that's kind of interesting. Okay, there's really no test screenings. So we're not going to get any leaks from that, I suppose. So I guess they're just ready to release it now. They're basically ready to release it now. They're just like, okay, when should we release it? Should we release it in November? Is the pandemic going to continue November? And then we should delay it to 2021? It's a big question, but at this point it is completed. And theoretically, there's some people out there who literally have answers to all my questions. Isn't that kind of weird? There's actually people out there that know exactly, like literally absolutely everything. They can literally answer my questions right now, but they just decide not to. That's pretty interesting. But anyways, that's all for this video. Please tell me in the comments below, what are your thoughts on these two summaries? Do you think this is how Godzilla and Kong meet up? Why do you think Godzilla and Kong fight in the first place? I think that's a big question right now. So that's all for this video. Subscribe, like, and comment. This is methlokaiju signing out.